Have you ever felt stuck in life, like no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to change your habits? You plan to break bad habits, start exercising, or become more productive, but it feels impossible to stick with it. Why does this happen, and how can we finally build habits that last? Welcome to our summary of Atomic Habits by James Clear, a book that teaches us how tiny changes can lead to remarkable results. In this video, we'll dive into key concepts like the habit loop, dopamine spikes, and how to shape your environment for success. Let's begin. Let's start with a powerful idea. Small habits matter. Imagine you're flying a plane from New York to Los Angeles. If you adjust the plane's course by just a few degrees, you'll end up in Mexico, not LA. That's how small changes in our habits can lead us to entirely different destinations in life. So how do we get started? First, forget about big goals. Instead, focus on systems that lead to results. Goals are about where you want to go, but systems are about the process that gets you there. For example, instead of setting a goal to run a marathon, focus on becoming someone who runs every day. Clear introduces the concept of the habit loop, a simple system that explains how habits are formed. It consists of 4 stages: cue, craving, response, and reward. If we can master each part of the loop, we can create habits that stick. The first step in forming a new habit is making the cue obvious. For example, if you want to drink more water, place water bottles in visible areas around your home. You can even create a habit scorecard by listing your daily actions and identifying which ones are good, bad, or neutral. Next, make the habit more attractive. Our brains are wired to seek rewards. By pairing a habit with something enjoyable, it becomes more appealing. For example, you could combine reading a book with enjoying your favorite cup of coffee. Now that the habit is attractive, it's time to make it easy. Clear recommends the 2-minute rule. Start your habit by doing something so simple that it only takes 2 minutes. Want to read more? Start by reading just 1 page each day. Lastly, make it satisfying. Our brain remembers what feels good. By rewarding yourself immediately after completing a habit, you'll be more likely to repeat it. You can use something as simple as crossing off a habit tracker or rewarding yourself with a treat. Now, let's talk about breaking bad habits. The first step is to make the cues invisible. If you want to stop watching TV late at night, put the remote in a drawer or move the TV to another room. Out of sight, out of mind. Next, make the bad habit unattractive. Reframe how you view it. For instance, if you often stay up late watching TV, remind yourself that it's robbing you of restful sleep and energy for the next day. Instead, think of how refreshed you'll feel by going to bed earlier. Make it difficult to indulge in bad habits. If you're trying to cut down on junk food, don't keep it in your house. By increasing friction, you make it harder to follow through with your bad habits. And finally, make the bad habit unsatisfying. Create a system of accountability. For instance, if you're trying to stop procrastinating, you could ask a friend to check in on your progress. Knowing that someone else is watching can make you think twice about falling into old habits. The ultimate goal is to make good habits easier to maintain and bad habits harder to continue. It's not about having more willpower. It's about designing your environment to support the behaviors you want. Once you've got a small habit going, it's time to build on it using a technique called habit stacking. This means linking a new habit to an existing one. For example, if you already drink coffee every morning, you could add the habit of reading for 5 minutes right after your coffee. One of the most important ideas in Atomic Habits is that true behavior change comes from changing your identity, not just your actions. Instead of saying, "I want to run more," say, "I am a runner." Identity drives behavior. Here's why identity is key. When your behavior aligns with who you believe you are, you're more likely to keep going. The goal is not just to run a marathon, it's to become a person who enjoys running. Here's another powerful idea. Don't break the chain. When you've built a streak of performing a habit, track it on a calendar or habit tracker. The longer the chain gets, the more you'll want to keep it going. Now, let's talk about the role of your environment. Clear explains that we are more influenced by our environment than by motivation alone. To build better habits, you need to design your environment to make good habits easier and bad habits harder. Even something as simple as rearranging your living space can help. If you want to practice guitar more often, keep the guitar out and easily accessible. If you want to eat healthier, put the healthy snacks at eye level. Another way to strengthen habits is by using a habit contract. This is where you publicly commit to a habit, often with a partner or group, and add consequences for failure. This external accountability can significantly increase your chances of sticking to a habit. When your good habits begin to grow, you can build on them through a process called habit shaping. It's all about making small, consistent upgrades that compound over time. For example, if you've been doing 10 push-ups a day, you can gradually increase to 15, then 20, and before you know it, you'll be hitting 30 effortlessly. Start small, and soon enough, you'll be reaching new heights effortlessly. And there you have it, The Transformative Power of Atomic Habits by James Clear. Remember, it's not about making huge changes overnight, but about making small, consistent improvements every day. By focusing on tiny habits and understanding how to shape them using cues, cravings, responses, and rewards, you can build a system that leads to remarkable results. Think about the one small habit you can start today that will move you toward your goals. Maybe it's reading for 5 minutes before bed, taking a short walk each morning, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. So, what's your first atomic habit going to be? Share it in the comments below. We'd love to hear your ideas. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insights into personal growth and habit formation. Thank you for watching.